Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well, and yes, unfortunately this is not my usual background because I'm not in Canada right now, I'm in Asia. So if the background is too boring for you, I apologize. But anyways, I just got an email from EQ Bank stating that their interest rates are changing, which honestly isn't surprising given that the Bank of Canada is dropping the interest rates in Canada. And as I predicted in the previous video, the interest rates for high interest savings accounts in Canada will drop as well. But what I'm surprised about is how EQ Bank decided to go about this change. So let's take a look at the interest rate changes from the email. So here's the good news. Technically, the personal account, which is basically their checkings account, isn't changing much. The interest rate is still 4% after direct deposit, which is what you want, and 4% interest rates is still one of the highest in Canada. And that's all great, but what I'm confused about are the notice savings accounts. And if you're not sure what the notice savings account is, check out this video right here. But quick summary. Essentially, when you want to make a withdrawal, you need to wait a notice period. So 10 days, 30 days, and in return, you get a higher interest rate, which is fair. But now the 10-day notice savings account just decreased their interest rates from 4.5% to 4%, which is the same as a regular EQ Bank personal savings account. Of course, you need to have direct deposit with EQ Bank on your personal savings account to get that 4% interest rates. But really, I don't see how anyone would even consider the 10-day notice savings account given that Wealthsimple or even EQ Bank's own personal savings account gives you 4% interest rates. Like, why would I have my money tied there for 10 days with no additional benefits? Now, for the 30 days notice savings account, they cut the interest rates by 0.75%, now sitting at 4.25%. Now granted, a couple days ago, the Bank of Canada just dropped the interest rates by another 0.25%. So EQ Bank nerfing the interest rates of the 30-day notice savings account by 0.75% is a lot, but it makes sense. So with this nerf, you're looking at only 0.25% interest rate difference between the 30-day notice savings account and the more flexible personal savings account. Which begs the question, is an extra 0.25% interest rates worth having your money stuck for an extra 30 days? I mean, that's like 25 cents for every $100. Again, if you're self-employed and using this account to pay for your taxes at the end of the year, maybe it's worth it. And really, the 10-day notice savings account at 4% just doesn't make any sense. The only reason why this might make sense is if EQ Bank in the very near future is planning to nerf their interest rates for the personal savings account from 4% to 3.75% or 3.5%. Because again, when the Bank of Canada drops the interest rates in the future, all other banks would drop the interest rates for the high interest savings account as well. So my theory is, again, this is just my theory, is that on the next round of NERFs coming in the next couple months, EQ Bank will drop the interest rates of their personal savings accounts, yet maintaining the interest rates of their notice savings accounts. Cause I honestly don't see a reason why they would drop the interest rates of their notice savings accounts by this much if they're not planning to nerf the interest rates for their personal savings accounts in the very near future as well. So that being said, if you're a holder of a notice savings account with EQ Bank right now, what should you do? Right now, if you still have money inside your 10-day notice savings account, I would actually take them all out and decide if I want to put it into the 30-day notice savings account or just put it under my regular savings account. And also, if you plan to open up a 30-day notice savings account or if you have a 30-day notice savings account, you need to determine if the extra 0.25% interest rates is worth it. Personally, because I'm partly self-employed through YouTube, I would still use the 30-day notice savings account to pay for my taxes at the end of the year. But only a 0.25% interest rate difference, maybe it's getting to a point where you say to yourself, maybe it's not worth it for me anymore. Maybe I'll just put my money in a high interest savings account like Wealthsimple Cash or even EQ Bank personal savings account. Of course, in this email, they also stated NERFs for several other accounts as well. So just a minor 0.25% NERF for US dollar account, first home savings account, or RSP or TFSA. Again, shouldn't really matter because you shouldn't be putting your TFSA or RSP inside a bank collecting interest rates. You should be investing that money in like the S&P 500 or something. And 2.75% interest rates for the first home savings account is still pretty decent. So anyways, that's it for today. I actually had something else prepared, but this EQ Bank email just hit my inbox today and I knew I had to make a video about it. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video or learned something, consider a like and sub. And if it's your first time here, again, usually my background's a lot more colorful, but You'll see that in a couple months when I return to Canada. And if you're a new viewer, I make financial tips for Canadians in my long form content and financial comedy in my shorts. With that said, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.